Okay, so as we found on our warm-up today, we have two new rules. So inscribed angles means the vertex is on the circle. Equal 1/2 the arc. Okay, so that's our rule 1. Rule 2 is opposite angles of inscribed quadrilaterals are supplementary, which means they equal 180. They add up to 180. So that gives us some really easy math to work with. So this one, we see it asks us to find this, which is nice and evenly the inscribed angle of arc 168. So we just do 168 divided by 2, which gives us 84 degrees. All right. This one, it asks us for this, and it did not give us the arc, but it did give us the opposite angle. And so we just have our angle we're looking for plus 118 equals 180. And so we subtract 118 to get x equals 62 degrees. All right, next one's also very easy. It asks us to find CA. And so this time we just follow through and realize CA is our arc that goes with that inscribed angle. So I just take 82 times 2 to get 164 degrees. So there's a few more lines here, but we still follow through. Hey, what is CA connected to? Problem 4 has a little bit more. So we don't have anything directly related to our question mark here. So we're going to start by doing our 35 times 2. I'm going to switch colors here. So this is 35 times 2, which gives me 70 degrees right here. And then I have 70, I have 160, and I have my question mark to equal whole circle, which is 360. And so I just do 70 plus 160 plus my question mark equals 360. And so I add up the two angles I have, subtract to get x equals 130. Or my question mark equals 130 degrees. So pretty simple, but we do have a few steps here. Circles are often like puzzles. We just have to find what we can and then move on from there. All right, on problem 5, again, we don't have anything easily directly linked to this. My inscribed arc would be here, but I have no number for this angle. So I'm going to start with what I do have. So I do have 41 on this, which means my arc NM is 41 times 2, which is 82 degrees. So if I know this is 82 and I'm trying to find this, I come back and look, I have a diameter here. So if I have a diameter, my semicircle equals 180 degrees. Or if you're thinking angles, a straight line equals 180 degrees. And so to find my missing part, I just do 180 minus the 82 that I already have to get 98 degrees. Okay, again, like a puzzle, we're just finding what we have. We have 2 clues, the 41 and the straight line, and that lets us find what we need. Okay, problem 6 is our level 4 advanced question, so we're going to do it at the end. We'll come back to that one. And these are pretty simple. It is just inside is half of the outside. And so if this is 1/2, I want to multiply it by 2 and set up my equation. So 2 of my angles, 27x plus 1, equal my arc. And then I solve. So first step is distribute. We get 54x plus 2 equals 164. Then I subtract 2 to get 54x equals 162. And then last step is divide to get x equals 3. And then my last one, I'm trying to solve for x. So I'm going to start by filling in what I can. And so 34 times 2 is 68. That follows out there. Okay. That doesn't give me anything that helps me with the 28x, so instead I'm going to come and label out my 28x times 2 gives me my 56x. That's 28x times 2. And then I see I have that semicircle. I have that straight diameter, and I now have both parts of it. So because I have a semicircle, I can do 56x plus 68 equals 180. And I have an equation to solve. So subtract 68 to get 56x equals 112. Divide by 56 to get x equals 2. And I've solved it. Alright, so now we're going to go back to the level 4 problem. If you are in a regular class instead of advanced class, this is optional for you. So I'm going to just start by seeing what I can find. So my 110 is going to flow out to arc MH. So that's times 2, 110 times 2 equals 220. Okay. Alright, and I'm trying to work my way around to this. I still don't see a way I can use that. So next I'm going to follow out my 117 angle. Goes out to L and N. And so that's going to go all the way around. So L, N equals 117 times 2, which equals 234 degrees. That's arc LN and arc MH. Okay, so I've used those two numbers they gave me. Now I have 72. So 72 is already an arc. And so that's going to help me figure out, I can subtract the 72 from my whole LN and just figure out what MN is. So if I want just, ML. So arc ML is my LN, which was the 234, minus MN, which is 72. which equals 162 degrees. So if this part here is 162, now I have enough information to solve for LH. So I look back at my orange, my 220 minus the 162 will give me what's left over for LH. So my very last is arc LH, which is what they asked me for, equals my 220 that I found for MH minus my 162 that I found for LH, which gives me 58 degrees. So definitely a puzzle problem. Just work your way around and around and around until you find what it is you need.